Welcome to Gambit Underground, where forgotten legends rise, the board is a battlefield, and every move hides a motive. This isn't your typical chess podcast. We tell the hidden stories, the lost brilliancies, and the human struggles behind the game's greatest moments. From blood-stained boards to brilliant escapes, we go beyond ELO. To uncover what really happened, subscribe to the companion newsletter for deep dives, bonus lore, and exclusive games analysis. This is Gambit Underground. Let's begin.
Okay, can you even picture this? Going from, well, the absolute bottom homelessness, serious addiction, straight into the mental arena of high-level chess.
Which is quite a leap, isn't it?
And not just playing, but actually winning big tournaments, holding his own against grandmasters. Well, let's get into it. We're doing a deep dive today into the really unlikely, kind of remarkable chess story of John Healy.
Yeah, it's such a compelling story, especially, I think, for anyone who really appreciates chess, you know.
Mm-hmm.
His life just took this extraordinary turn.
Right.
And how he engaged with the game. It's just a fascinating look at focus, resilience, and finding mastery in really unexpected ways.
Exactly. Many people know him from his autobiography, The Grass Arena, which is incredibly powerful stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But his achievements in chess, they really deserve their own focus, especially for you, the chess enthusiast listening.
Yeah.
So this deep dive, it's all about his unique path in chess, the game he played.
And that path kicked off in a prison cell back in 1971. He was doing time, and another inmate, this guy known as Harry the Fox, or sometimes the Brighton Fox, introduced him to the game.
Ah, Harry the Fox. Sounds like a character.
Definitely. And for Healy, it wasn't just, killing time. It was pivotal. It changed everything for him.
He had that great quote about it, didn't he? How Harry sort of dared him, framed it as like breaking and entering or stealing positions on the board.
Yeah, without getting nicked. That was the key part.
Exactly. That sort of street smart angle, it just clicked with him immediately, didn't it?
It really did. And what's striking is just how intensely he went at it right from the start. He said he was completely besotted with chess.
Besotted, yeah.
That he ate it, drank it, dreamed about it. I mean, this wasn't just a casual hobby he picked up.
No, it sounds like total immersion, like flipping a switch.
Absolutely. And crucially, it wasn't just, a passing phase. He said chess just replaced everything in his mind.
Including the alcohol dependency.
That was the big thing, yeah. It filled that void. He actually said, talking about chess, I gave myself to her completely. That level of dedication, that singular focus, it seems absolutely key to what happened next.
It really does, because what came next after prison was pretty astonishing.
His rise on the British chess scene was, well, meteoric almost. He ended up winning 10 major British chess tournaments.
10! That's incredible, especially considering when did he actually start playing?
Age 30, in prison, with basically zero prior experience.
Wow. So starting from scratch at 30 and hitting that level of success, I mean...
It's outstanding. That's the word William Hartston, the British player and writer, used.
Yeah.
And it really is outstanding.
It makes you think, doesn't it, about potential just waiting for the right spark.
Exactly. That intense focus combined with a real passion, it can unlock things maybe at any age. Makes you wonder.
It really does. And it wasn't just tournament wins, was it? This is where it gets really interesting for, the serious chess heads, the blindfold stuff.
Yes. The blindfold chess. He apparently developed the ability to play 4 games simultaneously while blindfolded.
4 games. That just speaks volumes, doesn't it? About his grasp of the board, the patterns.
Oh, absolutely. It shows an incredible connection to the game's structure, amazing memory, spatial reasoning. It's a skill that, frankly, even many very strong players just find incredibly difficult.
So he's winning tournaments, playing blindfold. Was he just competing in Britain? Or did he face international players, too?
He did. He claimed to have, held his own against some of the world's best. Now, pinning down exact records for everything can be tricky sometimes.
Sure. Especially back then.
But there's a very notable draw against the Soviet grandmaster, Rafael Vaganian.
Vaganian. Okay, now he was a huge name, right? Like top tier.
Absolutely. A titan of the game, often ranked, top 3, top 5 in the world. Reportedly, maybe second only to Karpov around that time.
So getting a draw against him, that's not trivial.
Not at all. It signals a really high level of tactical and strategic understanding, serious ability.
And wasn't there someone else famous, too?
Yes, Bent Larsen, the Danish grandmaster.
Larsen. Another giant. He was ranked above Fischer at one point, wasn't he?
He was indeed. And Healy apparently drew against Larson, too. So again, it just reinforces this picture of someone able to compete at a very, very high level.
So this guy comes to chess late, learns in prison, rises rapidly, wins tournaments, draws against Vaganian and Larson. What was his style like? How did he do it?
Interestingly, according to Healy himself, he wasn't great in the openings.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he called himself a patzer in the openings, which, for listeners, patzer basically means kind of weak or clumsy in that phase.
Okay, so not a bookworm memorizing lines then.
Doesn't sound like it. But he said his greatest strength, his real edge, was pattern recognition.
Okay, so seeing those tactical motifs, the common structures.
Exactly. Being able to spot opportunities, recurring ideas, maybe in more complex middle games or end games, exploiting those familiar shapes on the board.
And his overall approach, was he solid, positional, attacking?
His word for it was sacrificial.
Sacrificial, okay. So, giving up material pawns, pieces even.
Seems like it. Willing to offer material to, grab the initiative, launch an attack, maybe just stir things up and create imbalances.
Which often takes sharp calculation, right? And a bit of nerve.
Definitely nerve.
Yeah.
It could reflect, a naturally aggressive mindset. Or maybe, like he suggested, it was a way to steer the game away from those openings he wasn't comfortable in.
Right. Get into positions where his pattern recognition could shine.
Exactly. Create chaos where he felt more at home, perhaps.
There's that amazing story about one of his games, the one with Mr. Hoffman. It really shows the psychological side.
Oh, that one's classic.
Okay.
Yeah, Healy recounts playing this guy, Hoffman, and he offers a queen sacrifice.
Big move.
Huge move. And Hoffman is clearly, completely rattled by it. Yeah. Gets up, stands on his chair to open a window.
Stands on a chair mid-game.
Narrowly. And then his belt snaps.
No.
Trousers fall down. And instead of resigning or playing on, Hoffman just sweeps all the pieces off the board.
You're kidding. That's incredible. It says so much about the pressure Healy could generate, right? Throwing people completely off balance.
Totally. It's a great reminder that chess isn't just calculation. It's a mental battle. Big time.
But he didn't always win those battles, did he? Wasn't there a story about a loss to Tom Sheehan?
Ah, yeah, the filmmaker Tom Sheehan. Healy talked about that loss. He described Sheehan playing this very subtle kind of passive sack of a knight.
A passive sack? What does that mean exactly?
Well, not an obvious attacking sacrifice, but maybe giving up the knight for positional reasons, something less direct. Healy felt he almost had to take it.
Like a trap you walk into slowly.
Kind of. And after taking it, his position just slowly unraveled. It shows that even someone with sharp tactics like Healy could be outplayed by, deep strategic understanding.
It's fascinating how he connected chess back to his earlier life, too. That quote about breaking and entering.
Oh, yeah, that's powerful. What is it but breaking and entering when you're breaking into your opponent's castled position, stealing his queen, mugging his king, robbing his pawns?
It's such a raw, vivid analogy. It really shows how his unique background shaped how he even thought about the game. Very different from the usual, more gentlemanly view of chess.
Completely different lens. And maybe that unconventional viewpoint informed his whole approach. It kind of makes sense then that he eventually wrote a book called Coffee House Chess Tactics, doesn't it?
Yeah, Coffee House Chess Tactics. Published in 2010, I think. By a Dutch press.
That's right. New In Chess published it. It came after he felt, sort of blacklisted in Britain for a while.
And the title itself, Coffee House, suggests what? Like tricky, maybe slightly unsound, but dangerous tactic.
Exactly. That kind of sharp, unexpected stuff you might see in more casual settings. Less formal theory, more intuition, and, tricks. Based on his own games, apparently.
And it got some recognition, didn't it?
It did. It was shortlisted for the Guardian Chess Book of the Year in 2010. So his insights, even coming from that unique angle, were definitely valued in the chess world.
But despite all the success, the book, he eventually stepped away from serious competitive chess, right? He got disillusioned.
Yeah, he did. He found the intense aggression of tournament play. He said it started eating me alive.
Eating him alive?
Wow. And he specifically compared that feeling to his past struggles with addiction. So ultimately, he decided to give up the serious competitive side of it.
That really underscores the psychological pressure cooker that top-level chess can be.
Absolutely. Especially for someone with his background, that intensity might have just become too much, maybe echoed those earlier struggles, like you said.
But he didn't quit chess entirely, did he? He came back later, briefly.
He did, yeah. Around 2008, when his autobiography, The Grass Arena, was republished, he got a lot of renewed attention.
Right.
And he actually played in the Irish Championship that year. Got a pretty decent even score. Apparently outperformed his rating, too.
So he still had it.
Seems so. And he also did some simultaneous exhibitions, simuls, during that period when people were interested in his story again.
So a different way to engage, maybe less stressful than tournaments.
Probably, yeah. Still connecting with the game, but maybe not with that same level of intense pressure.
So when you boil it all down, how did Healy himself see chess in the grand scheme of his life?
Well, he had a pretty pragmatic take on it, actually. He said, quote, "It's just another talent I have. It's the only thing I can exploit."
Not exactly romanticizing the game then.
Not really, no. Except maybe for that critical period where it literally saved his life, gave him that focus. Beyond that, it sounds like he saw it as a skill, a tool he possessed and used, not some abstract, idealized thing.
So just to wrap this up for you listening, especially the chess fans, we've traced this truly unique chess journey of John Healy, from learning in a prison cell.
Yeah, to winning major tournaments, drawing against world-class grandmasters like Viganian and Larson.
Developing that incredible blindfold skill, and even publishing a recognized book on tactics.
It's quite a story, and a powerful example of how chess can be transformative. The focus, the strategy, the resilience it demands. It clearly had a huge impact on his life.
Absolutely. His unconventional path just gives us such a different lens to look at the game through.
Definitely. His life experiences, they undoubtedly shaped how he approached chess, how he saw its battles. I mean, achieving what he did after that start, it just speaks volumes about his mental strength, his resilience.
It really does. And it makes you think, doesn't it? This is maybe the final thought for you to mull over.
Yeah.
How do different life experiences, different perspectives actually enrich chess?
Yeah, what can we learn from someone like Healy, who came to the game so far outside the usual paths? Maybe his story reminds us that success in chess isn't just about knowing theory or pure calculation.
Right. It's also about psychology, maybe a certain toughness that life gives you.
And perhaps even a little bit of those street smarts he talked about applied to the 64 squares. Something to consider.
Thanks for going underground with us. If this story moved you, surprised you, or made you see the game in a new light, share it with a fellow chess addict. And don't forget, the full written chronicles, rare games, and extended commentary live at checkmatestries.substack.com. We're just getting started, and the next move is yours.